Hello everyone and welcome back to The Crow. I'm Lauren Ballard, the Multimedia editor for the Chanticleer. The Crow is our podcast, and here we will briefly discuss and go behind the scenes on the stories that were published this past week. And this week I'm here with our correspondent Jordan Blodgett, here to talk about her very interesting and apparently easy story. So what did you write?
I wrote about the Freshman Forum Shamrock 5K, just about what was going on, where to be, what was happening, and the charity behind it for mental health awareness.
So who all did you talk to?
I talked to Jace Royston. He is a Freshman Forum mentor this year, and he told me about registration, what people would be doing. They get there, they check in. The people that registered by a certain date got free t-shirts. The rest of those would be handed out there first come, first serve basis. And he just told me wear green. It's going to be fun, the basic stuff. And then I talked to Xander Barty. He was in Freshman Forum last year, and he worked the race. And he said that it was lots of fun. He helped direct people, helped check in people. All the freshmen that worked it wore green, and it was just fun and festive. And then he'll be running it this year, and he was talking a lot about the mental health side of it. He's excited to support that. He told me that, I remember this specifically, the mental health side of it was bigger than any person that was working it or running it.
Wow.
And he wanted to help support that, and he was excited to push himself while running in the race.
Okay. And then when is the race?
It is the March 13th on Friday at 5 p.m.
Oh my goodness. Exciting.
Yes.
Are you going to go?
I won't. I'll be out of town.
Oh no.
I know. I wish. I would have gone if I could.
So you said this one was more easier than like your previous stories. What made it easier?
The people that I talked to were just more willing to talk and easier to talk to. I've had some stories with very busy people that were hard to get into contact with, hard to meet up with, didn't have times to meet up with. And these people I previously knew, so talking to them was just easier and the stories flew better. It was a smooth conversation.
I'm glad, because I remember when we were giving out the assignments, you were like, wait, what day is this on?
Yes.
Because I will not be here.
I didn't have to actually go to the race, so it was an advanced story.
And I apparently cannot read advance when I'm handing out the story.
I'm glad we figured that out.
Yes, me too. But yeah, so you've recently started writing your first time this semester. How's it been? Like, what was something you weren't expecting when you went to it?
I'm a very socially awkward person.
I couldn't tell.
Yes, around my friends, I'm very bubbly once I'm comfortable, but I've had fun, and it's pushed my comfort zones. Like, my first story our first class was on a Monday, and my first story was on a Wednesday, and I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? I came to the student media open house, and I loved starting with that. I think it was a good starting point because I knew everybody. So it was easier to sit down and talk with people, whereas some people had to go out and interview the Mad Hatter Cupcakes people. If I had to do that, my first story, I would have been freaking out. But it's definitely pushed me in good ways. I get anxious going out and talking to random people, so it's definitely pushed me to go and do that and made that easier. Yeah. And it's helped me in everyday life to not feel so awkward, just going up and talking to people.
It really has. I'll be out with my friends and something will happen, and I'm like, I'll just ask.
Yeah.
I'll just do it.
I talk to, whenever I go out with friends, we're ordering something, I'm like, I'll order. I'll get the table.
It's easy.
Yeah, and it's helped me meet more people, too. Yeah. I did the story over the SGA elections for Vice President of Organizational Affairs with Caroline Fricks, and me and her talked for 30 minutes, great conversation, made a new friend out of it.
Oh, that's so sweet, yes. And I watched her debate, and I think it'll already be past voting by the time this goes out, but just know campaigning is going on, and to be informed. Well, thank you so much, Jordan, for coming on with me today. I know it was very short. We will have you back for sure.
I'm excited.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Now I'm here with our correspondent, Micah Clark, to talk about his last story and what to look forward to in sports. So, Micah, what was the last thing that you wrote for the Chanticleer?
Last thing I wrote about wrote for the Chanticleer was about the Jax State's men's basketball team and their loss against the New Mexico State Aggies.
So, was this story pretty easy for you, or?
I believe it was pretty easy, just for the simple fact that it was pretty simple to follow the game. It was pretty one-sided for most of the game until New Mexico State came back from 14 with like 8 minutes to go, and they took the lead in overtime and ended up winning.
Did you attend this one or?
It was in El Paso, Texas.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I went on El Paso, Texas. It was in New Mexico. Yeah.
So you weren't driving all the way down.
Oh no.
No, absolutely not. Do you write a lot of your stories? Like, how do you write your stories when you're not attending the game?
I watch on ESPN Plus.
Oh, okay. All right, that's good. So, do you like that type of better, or do you rather like just attend?
I'd say that I like attending the games better because the fan atmosphere and the emotions of the game. Because Jacksonville State, the men's team, they talk a lot of trash, especially number 23, Mustafa El Mutawakkil. He talks a lot. I think they played at El Paso against UTEP the other weekend, and they got into a fight with the fans. And one of the fans picked up a chair and was almost about to hit somebody with it. But yeah, to see like emotions like that in real time, in present, it's 10 times better than watching on the live stream.
Yeah. I was actually going to talk to you about that today because I heard that video got picked up and put on Barstool, which I don't know if that happens a lot for Jax State to be put on Barstool or not. I'm not like really into the sports world. And I did see the video about it, and also another video from when they played Delaware was going off with the coach. I don't know if he was the coach from Delaware or whatever, getting pretty upset with whatever was happening. So it's always interesting to see because I don't ever go to a game. So
yeah,
I'm just like, oh, okay, that's happening.
Yeah, every time you go to a Jax State game, especially when it's at home, you can, guarantee that it's going to be a lot of trash talk and a lot of emotions and a lot of pushing and shoving because they were a physical team.
Oh, my gosh.
Very physical team.
Is it mainly the trash talk from the team or from the fans as well?
Both.
Both, yeah. It's a team effort.
Yeah.
What story do you got coming up next?
I just finished the last game for the men's team. They lost to New Mexico State again last night. So I just finished that. So their season's over with. But the girls do play at 2 p.m. They made it to the second round in the Conference USA Championship tournament. So I'm looking forward to that. I don't know if I'm covering that, though, but, I will be watching.
Oh, I'm glad. And then what else is there going on in sports just besides basketball?
The baseball season. I haven't really been too locked in on that, but I know there's are going on. The baseball season's going on.
Anyways, thank you so much, Micah, for coming
No problem.
on and doing our sports segment with me. Have a good one.
Thank you.
All right, now I'm here with AnnaKate Freeland, our editor-in-chief, here to talk about all the SGA coverage that she did this week about the announcements and such. So What did you cover, AnnaKate?
I covered the speeches and debates and the results. The speeches and debates were not that many people were there. Or at the results, like 15, which I don't really know, obviously, how many were there last year.
A lot. It was like all those chairs were almost completely filled.
Yeah, I didn't go to it last year, so I didn't know. And I walked in, I was like, oh. Like on the election day, I was like, are there more people coming? But so the speeches, they did like 3-minute opening speeches and then had like 4 questions to answer. And they did that. And then like even to like the live stream, I feel like nobody even got to really, I don't obviously know how many people were watching the live stream, but the audio kept cutting in and out. So I don't know like how many people even heard
it was
any of the speeches.
I'm not going to say it could have been better prepared or something. I don't know. And they can't really help the audio.
Yeah.
Because after you left, because AnnaKate had to leave a little bit early, they like let Bethany and Jonathan Duncan, go back up and redo their speeches.
Just the opening? Yeah. But, I mean, that was chill. It didn't last. I mean, it lasted like over an hour, but it wouldn't have if they didn't have to keep stopping. So that was pretty quick. And then on election day, I went to the team. I got there at 4:20, and the result were supposed to be announced at 4:30. I was like, where is everyone? And like literally the only executive candidate that was there was Bethany, who won president. And then there was like Miss Friendly and Miss Jax State. But other than that, and senators, but other than that, like nobody was there. And like Ash was there to do her package, and I was like, sorry, I thought this was going to be a little bit more not overwhelming, but like this is very anticlimactic. Yeah. So I mean, it was fine though. They literally just announced who won and how many votes they got, and that was it. So
I wonder what made it like so much of a contrast, because I know the gala was at the same time as the election results, and I remember me and previous editor-in-chief Madeline, like, I was supposed to take photos for the gala, but then me and her had a trade who was staying at the Team B as they posted, because they didn't have an announcement like this. They posted it on the window of what exactly, who got what and everything. So we were waiting, and I remember Trey was there. And then they did do an announcement as well, but for some reason.
Well, they didn't have any runoffs this year.
That's what it was.
Literally only 2 people.
It may have been the runoff that they were waiting for.
Probably.
I do remember the announcement being, it was in the thing, and I think Trey had his runoff.
Yeah, he did.
That's what it was. And we were all, like, standing out there, like, oh, my gosh.
And also, like, 2 of the positions unopposed, so it's, like, literally nobody there. And I asked Trey, I was like, oh, they don't have to come to this? He's like, no, a lot of them can just, like, celebrate at home or wherever, whatever they want to do. I was like, oh.
Yeah, a lot of people have plans. I was talking, because we were also trying to get photos of people campaigning, and there was literally
nobody. And,
2
like,
people.
Literally not even to hit 1,000 votes. To me, it was crazy. But then I was, like, sitting in here with Austin. He's like, oh, I haven't voted in my room. I was like, I didn't vote. So I guess, like,
I voted just because I was at the campaign. I was, like, standing out there with Bethany, and I was like, I'll just vote really quick. I don't even, like, it's not terrible. But I was, like, went to talk to Xander Barty, who was running for student activities. And I asked him, because when you left, I went to every candidate, and I was just like, are you campaigning tomorrow? Are you campaigning tomorrow? Bethany was like, yeah, I'm all day. I'm going to be there all day. Cece was like...
Oh, and Bethany came, she's like, do you see how red I am? It's because I've been outside campaigning all day. I was like, girl. Yeah. And then, like, after, it was so funny because she... I interviewed, or like Ash wanted to interview a girl like in front of the camera. She's like, oh, I have to do this. And Bethany is like, yep, this is your life now. I was like, oh, it is. I guess it is. So.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, all of them was like, no, I'm not campaigning. And like most of these, like there was 3 people that ran against somebody else. And I was like, none of y'all are going to campaign? Okay.
Yeah. Well, and the vote margins were pretty big. So.
Yeah, and Xavier wasn't going to campaign until I asked him. Xander, not whatever. What did I say? Sorry, Xander.
He won by a lot.
All of
them won by a lot.
Yeah.
So.
But I was like, are you going to? He was like, I can. Where do you want me to be and what time? I said, I don't know. It's your campaign. Like, you do what you want to do, and I might be there to take some photos. Like, so.
Where do you want me to be?
And then I show up at the library. He goes, I'm here. I got here at 11:01.
Did he have like candy or anything?
Yeah, he grabbed some. He had some of Bethany's food.
Oh. Like even last year, like they came, like Bethany. I don't remember who else. Like Miller, maybe somebody else. Like came into chapter and was like campaigning too. So I don't know if they really even like campaigned that hard this year. I felt like they didn't because like seriously, if I was not graduating, I would probably run for a position.
Genuinely, because you probably win.
Yeah, literally, because nobody is doing it.
Yeah, and I was supposed to take photos. I remember I was taking campaign photos last year, and I, like, couldn't until, like, at the end of the day. And Bethany was out there with, I forgot his name. He's in the film club. He was running last year. Starts with a K.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
about. They were outside, like, asking people. And then this one girl I was talking to with the Barty guy, I can't remember his first name. She said that she was campaigning from 4 a.m. to 7 p.m. last year against Miller.
Yeah, I can't remember who, but she didn't win.
No, she didn't win. And I was like, girl, I would have been devastated if I left my house.
From 4 a.m. to 7 p.m., voting would have closed at 4. So, like, from 4 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Like, the day of.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. But also, I meant to say that I didn't tell you earlier was this picture was very cute. I loved it. I'm glad that.
Yeah, they didn't really do much either. Like, there wasn't much to photograph.
I wish you had, because I know you're trying to get photos, and you had left right before CC went up, and like she had like really good photos that you could have used from her speech. But this was great. Maybe next year, because we were like well, not us obviously, but maybe next year it will be like
a bigger deal.
Yeah, a bigger deal, and more people will be, because we honestly treated this like this is a big thing, guys, because it is, and like not many people cared. Only people who cared was like friends of the people, frats and sororities, and like a few
Yeah.
others like passing by, they're like, oh no, I haven't voted, you know. So very interesting that you covered this week. So more to come. We'll come back with some more. It's a big week for us. Is it next week?
Yes.
Yeah. So more to come then. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for being here. AnnaKate.
Peace out.
That's all for The Crow. To stay up to date with JSU news, make sure you check out our website at jsuchanticleer.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at JSU Chanticleer.